hello, and Merry fucking Christmas if you are of Christian persuasion. If you're Jewish, happy fucking Hanukkah. If you're an atheist, have a nice fucking day. If you observe a holiday that I haven't mentioned, then happy whatever that fucking holiday is, or whatever fucking term is applicable. Just remember to add the word fuck to it. And I will be wishing you that holiday. If you are a member of the Westboro Baptist Church, go fuck yourself. And Ike Turner is raping Fred Phelps every day in hell. Because Ike's punishment was that he could not ever have access to women again. But the devil didn't say anything about him raping homophobic men for eternity who had it coming for the things they said about people. I feel sorry for you Westboro fuckers. Merry fucking Christmas. Oh wait, they don't celebrate Christmas, that's right. There's some sort of thing about that. And this episode may be a bit of a disappointment because, I'll be honest, I'm still learning how to use the new camera. And I want to be sure I understand as much about it as is practical before I start releasing new episodes that were shot using that camera. And even once I'm using it most of the time, I may still edit with some of the old cameras because there are times you need some of the grainier footage that the lower end digital cameras produce. I don't have an ugly sweater to put on for the show like was the craze last Christmas and has been the butt of jokes for many years. I can't even find my little fiber optic Christmas tree at the moment. Doki here refuses to let me string Christmas lights up on him. You sure you wouldn't be okay with that? Oh, no need to get violent, Doki. No. No, don't put your hands in my mouth, please. I need my voice to get through the episode. Huh. Okay. Besides, it's not really nice to assault your co-producer, especially at Christmas. I mean, at any conventional workplace, they would probably fire somebody for that if they want to avoid a lawsuit. I'm not naming anybody specific, though. Don't worry. Hey, there's some mineral water over there. Okay, so Doki loves mineral water. I wouldn't know, but I've been told that for Sansevieria leaves, mineral water has the same effect as spirit alcohol on humans. Oh, Doki, not too much now. We don't need a repeat of last year. let's just say we wound up with 100 new Sansevieria babies. Anyway. What to talk about? Well, I would love to start with the hypocrisy of people who throw bitch fits about stores that no longer say Merry Christmas, the ones that say Happy Holidays or something like that, so they can include everybody. Because not everybody celebrates Christmas. And if you're of the mentality that someone should only wish you your holiday and leave everybody else out, you know what? Who died and made you Hitler? Fuck that. Include everybody or just say have a nice day, which is what I started doing when I got toward the end of working retail. Something I hope never to have to do again. But if I do, I do. No biggie. Of course, if I would even apply for a retail job at this point, they might look my name up on the internet and find all these videos where I use words like fuck all the time, and my ass probably isn't getting hired for a retail setting. Other than I've always been pretty good about keeping my paycheck job persona and the one I use on my videos that I post relatively separate and not mixing the two. And by the way, you'll have to excuse me if there's other noises around. I'm in a space where there are other people present, and at least they're not getting up in the camera and waving into it like when you're on an independent movie shoot and people start... There we go. And people start waving in the camera like, hey, can I be in your movie? No, it's a fictional piece about a whatever kind of situation, and I didn't write you into the script. But if you'd like to audition, we'll talk after the shoot. Everybody thinks when you're when you mention at other jobs that you make videos or that you have a BA in film and video production and that you're a videographer outside work, sometimes the first thing out of people's mouths is, oh, do you make pornos? No, I do not make fucking pornos. And as a matter of fact, I find pornography tasteless. I mean, anybody who's ever watched one, and yes, I have watched a couple of them in my lifetime. I'm male. But they have no plot. A lot of times and when they try to put a story into there, they're usually really half-assed. I know, fine conversation for the Christmas episode, but it's a lead-in into some other things, like why in the original Mortal Kombat game is there a point where you see Santa going across the moon with his sleigh during a fight? It's like, okay, they're having a fight to the death on Christmas Day. Now that is just crazy. Of course, Christmas Day, December 25th, the particular day, was assigned specifically to celebrating the birth of Christ, which nobody actually knows the real date. And I'm no Bible thumper. I mean, I'm more or less agnostic. Yeah, I formed my own church, but it's very secular, and it's one of those largely to give me protection against religious discrimination in any setting where a person with some views I hold might be subject to persecution that wouldn't otherwise be protected if it wasn't part of a religious belief. So, I played the Kim Davis card. I got me an online ordination, I formed a little Facebook church, and I said, this is against my religion, this is against my religion, this is against my religion. And guess what? It's legal. Now, you've got those reasonable burden details or reasonable accommodation. I don't think I would get a religious exemption to bring a big screen TV in at my paycheck job and watch TV all night. Especially since watching television is not incorporated into the core beliefs. But I have no desire to try that. Actually, I kind of despise television sometimes, especially some of the reality TV. I loved Bobcat Goldthwait's film God Bless America way too much. Anyway. So, one of the pet peeves I used to have when I worked retail, besides the people that'll bitch about you saying Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas, or like I used to do, just say have a nice day and be done with it. These are the same kind of people who will trample each other during Black Friday sales, which have now gone into Thanksgiving Day at 6 o'clock. Yeah, so no better way to celebrate the birth of your deity that you claim to adhere to than by getting into fights with other people over a fucking toy that's on sale and it's the last one and the store doesn't do rain checks, or killing the poor retail worker who was dragged away from his family on Thanksgiving Day and got stuck with the detail of opening the door for the hysterical mob that's just going to charge in as soon as it's unlocked. Yeah, nothing's more Christian than that. And I would know what's Christian and what's not. I used to be a Christian. And actually, I don't have anything against Christianity. It's just Jesus seems like he was a wonderful person, or entity, or whatever you want to call him, Messiah. His fan club scares the shit out of me. Especially when they put words in his mouth, promote personal political agendas, which I promised myself I wasn't going to get into on the holiday episode. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody's going to be pissed off I didn't say Christmas. Okay, the Christmas episode. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. If you don't actually celebrate any holidays, have a nice frickin' day. Thank you for watching Uncensored. If you fall into any other classification, so long as you're not a member of the Westboro Baptist Church, happy whatever holiday you celebrate. If you're a member of the Westboro Baptist Church, go fuck yourselves. Which I realize I've already said that before, all of that. I just felt like saying it again. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep watching. Now, I will admit, some of the things that really kick ass about Christmas and other holidays, well, the food. And yes, I realize I'm quoting foreign actors and actresses on what they sometimes really love about American film sets. And there's a phone going off in another room, so it happens. I must have set an alarm for a wonky time, and it's going off now, but hey, this show's uncensored. Some of the flaws are what make it what it is. Plus, if I piss the haters off, they start bitching about me, and people come and start watching just to see what the fuck they're bitching about. And okay, most episodes have gotten primarily positive ratings. So, kiss my ass if you don't like it. Yeah, I know, it's Christmas and I said kiss my ass. Well, actually, it's winter solstice. I'm actually shooting this on the day it will be released, December 21st, 2016, or... Yeah, there still seems to be some debate over whether you should refer to the year as 2000 and whatever, or 20 and whatever. I mean, personally, 20's faster. And we didn't say 1994 back in 1994, we said 1994. Those of us who were alive in the previous century, the previous millennium, I mean, so wouldn't it make sense for this year to be 2016 and not 2016? Come on. It's going to get to be a mouthful. Especially as we get further into the century, and people who may watch this in future centuries may wonder what the fuck I'm talking about, because I'm sure that in the year 2267, they're not going to say 2267. I could be wrong. If I am proven wrong, you are more than welcome to sue me. Provided I'm still alive and have an estate, of course, but... probably not going to be. You never know, with the medical advances we have, there may end up not being a ceiling on human life expectancy, which, if, as some people predict, might be a good thing, because there are now people, I think statistician is the correct term. There are statisticians who claim that the population will actually level out at about 11 billion at the end of the 21st century. But that's because each generation is having fewer children, and this is going on worldwide, even in the developing world. Even in countries like Bangladesh, people are having 2 children on average instead of 5 or 6. And, of course, older generations eventually get older or die off. The only thing I could see is that there's a possibility of children not necessarily being born after a certain point if the human life expectancy reaches a point where there's no ceiling. People may start to take the mindset of not worrying about starting families, or we could have a future society where there are no children, which would be really strange at Christmas, because it's kind of a holiday that's a little magical for kids. But people may observe other holidays by then. That's all I'm gonna do for the show this episode. Merry fucking Christmas. Happy fucking New Year. Have a nice day. And go fuck yourself if you're a member of the Westboro Baptist Church. Because if I can get them to start picking on my show, my ratings will go through the roof. Peace and love.